Athens fans, I had a blast tonight. But not only were we at Basil Rudder for the fans, but the Bulldogs had a big game on the field. For Athens, their non-conference schedule has been gruesome. This week it got no easier as Jackson came to town. And these Ironmen put up 129 points in 3 games. So we knew it could be an offensive showdown for this week's Game of the Week. And I'm now joined by TVC-Ohio reporter Nathan Tackage. Nathan, Athens has had a lot of success playing at home these last few years.
Well, Keith, having a lot of success at home might just be an understatement for the Bulldogs. Since Rudder Field was remodeled 3 years ago, the Bulldogs have owned their home turf. Coming into tonight, they had won almost 85% of their home contests, racking up 11 wins and just 2 losses and outscoring opponents by 30 per game. But one of those losses was against the Jackson Ironmen. And the Ironmen were pumped up before the game to have a chance to put a 3 in Athens' home loss column. And they were on the first play of the game, sacking Joey Burrow, which would lead to a 3rd and 14. But that didn't phase the Bulldogs signal caller rolling out and throwing a timing pattern to Ryan Lerman for a big first down. And on the very next play, Athens, their other big dog on offense, Trey Williams, around the defense, down the right sideline. You're not going to catch this kid into the end zone. 65 yards, 7-0 early. Jackson quarterback Hunter Sexton wanting to get his team back in the game with his first down run on 3rd and 12 right here, but it would all be for naught when the Bulldogs defense forced a fumble and their offense would turn around and capitalize. Eventually they would get the ball back. Number 10, taking the ball on the keeper, burrowing forward for 19 yards and a big first down, making some nice moves, getting around a couple of defenders down inside the red zone, and the Bulldogs would follow up with another big play with another big score. Rolling right, throwing, your left, excuse me, Zakiah Saltzman, touchdown, 14-0 Athens, and Athens would have a very similar drive on their next possession. First play, Burrow to Williams, 17 yards, first down. Second play, Burrow deep to Sam Vanderven, 42 yards, down to the 1. You might see that one again in a couple minutes, Keith. And on the third play, Burrow to Williams on the draw. Touchdown Athens, it's 21-0 Bulldogs, and we're still in the first quarter. Trey Williams getting some much-deserved water after his second of 4 scores on the night. Jackson trying to get back in the game, going for it, and on the ground and would get a first down, but the drive would stall. They'd go for it on 4th and 5 and came up just short off of this pass in the flat. Turnover on downs. Jackson would get the ball back a couple more times before the half, but Athens defense came in like a wrecking ball, forces a fumble, and the Ironmen give the ball up, and on their next possession they'd fumble again. It was just that kind of night for the Ironmen, and for the Bulldogs, their stars, Freddie Stalder, Trey Williams, having a chat by their water cooler on their work break. 49-0 Athens. The Bulldogs 4-0 on the year. Burrow, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns. Trey Williams, 4 TDs of his own. A really great night for the Bulldogs offense.
Bulldogs continued their dominant play, but for Jackson, it was a tough loss. Nathan, what held the Ironmen back?
Well, Keith, for the Ironmen, it was really all about 2 things that coaches hate to hear about: penalties and turnovers for them. They had 6 penalties compared to just 1 for the Bulldogs. And when you turn over the ball like they did on consecutive possessions, it's really hard to make a comeback when they were down 21-0. So that was really the key of the loss for them.
So looking ahead for Athens, not only can their offense play well, but I've heard defense wins championships.
Well, that's just a saying, but Athens isn't really just a one-trick pony anymore. They play well on both sides of the ball. I talked to Coach Ryan Adams earlier in the week. He told me that defense is one of the biggest reasons for his team's success, and they were leaps and bounds ahead of where they were last year. The Bulldogs allowed over 33 points per game in the first month last year. This year, Dogs D, just 7 points per game. If they can continue to play like that, they're going to go a long way.
Well, Athens, a great win, and they have a very easy schedule the rest of the way. They could just go undefeated. Thanks a lot.